We're all ready.
Okay. I'd like to call the meeting of the Berlin Township Trustees special meeting to order. Please rise and join the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Trustee Wood.
Here.
Trustee O'Brien. Here. Trustee Rail. Trustee Rail is absent.
Okay, and since this is a special meeting, there's two items on the agenda. One has to do with HVAC repair, and the second one has to do with road closure support for 3B's McKay Road to support the Ohio Department of Transportation work at 71, 36, 37, and a sewer line by the developer that will go under 3B's McKay Road. Jesse's written us kind of a summary that runs down through the points on that. Do you want to talk about that? You want to just run through that, or how should we do that?
Yeah, so, Park is looking at, they gotta put in 2 ellipticals and a turn lane for the Eagles Nest subdivision going in on Berkshire side of 3B's McKay. So they proposed, they talked to the county, and the county said that they could close the road if it was okay with us and Berkshire. And Tyler already said that it was okay. He just wanted to make sure the school was aware because he really had nothing in it. And they proposed using Sherman to Africa to Cheshire. Cheshire Road is the way around the culverts.
When we say they, Berkshire.
No, Park. That's what they proposed as the detour. And with Sherman being highly residential, narrow, and already traffic issues on it, I proposed putting the sign up at 3637, running Africa Road all the way to Cheshire to 3B's that way. And the standard detour requirements are required. It's in the uniform traffic control. And then there's a few caveats we put. One being at Sherman Road on each end at Africa and on 3B's McKay, putting up a construction sign for no through traffic to try and deter people from using Sherman Road as much as we can. I mean, we can't stop them, but we're going to try and deter that as much as possible. And also on Africa Road heading south, putting a detour with an arrow pointing ahead right before the intersection, trying to keep them going towards Cheshire. For that way, they don't want to make that, they think the first left turn they can make, and they actually won't get the really neat because we'll be at the closure.
And of course, you need one for the northbound too, because we don't want the northbound people going that way either.
Right.
So one on that way as much as possible.
And then, I talked with Jeff with Park, and they're wanting to use Wingmasters. I told them that's fine if they want to use Wingmasters, ODOT allows it, but they need to have someone run the detour at least daily to make sure nothing gets either blowed over, knocked over, or anything like that, and just fix it. And then also give us a contact number if something happens and the sheriff calls us, we have a way to get hold of them to fix it.
And I believe I'm gonna be able to get, you'd prefer having the signs actually installed. And I think Paul Peterson's gonna be able to accommodate that because you're concerned on using the Wingmasters. So I think that's all gonna work out and be able to provide that. But if not, we'll definitely have people watching multiple times a day. I'll just have a foreman drive around, check everything, make sure the signs don't.
What I was going to suggest is, I'm happy to do it, just go down and read the list of points here,
Okay.
and just work out with that.
Okay, so, you want me to read the whole email or just the points?
Pardon?
You want me to read the whole email or just the point, just 1 through 7? You want me to read the top above it too, or just?
Well, the whole email, because the start and stop dates and the.
Okay. So I'm reaching out to give recommendations and asking for the board to approve the following at the July 31st, 2024 meeting at 5:30 p.m. at the Berlin Township House the 3Bs and K closure requested by Park Enterprise starting on August 5th, 2024. My recommendations are as follows. Doug and I have already discussed these as well, and I informed Jeff from Park of these also. The current and standard detour requirements shall be followed plus the following. Number one, the detour shall be US 36 to Africa Road to Cheshire Road instead of using Sherman as requested. Single barricade, number two would be a single barricade on 3Bs and K at US 36 and on 3Bs at the roundabout at Cheshire with full width barricades after the last drive before road work where it's being worked. Number three, at the beginning of Sherman Road, orange no through traffic signs at Africa Road and 3Bs and K. Also north of Sherman Road for southbound traffic, and then we'll add just south of Sherman Road for northbound traffic, a detour with arrow pointing straight shall be erected to detour traffic from Sherman Road. Coordination with Delaware County, Doug, and Berlin Township, me, Jesse, to make sure Shelley and Sands move the ODOT detour for South Galena Road, or Park Enterprise may have to install the necessary signs to facilitate that, because as it sits right now, 3Bs and K is an alternate for the north or the South Galena Road closure. So we have to keep that in mind as well. Since the contractor is elected to use wingmasters for sign erection, the contractor shall have represented throughout the detour daily check signage is still in place, and that the contractor shall provide Jesse with contact information if the issue occurs, so we'll be able to pass along details. Number six, videotape Sherman Road before closing 3Bs and K to all current condition. If any accelerated wear occurs during the closure, Park Enterprises must restore to previous condition. As soon as it is known, number seven, as soon as it is known if work will be delayed or carried over, notify the township so proper press releases can be updated. All intended schools start 8:15, so please be cognizant of that. If anyone has any questions or needs some clarification, please let me know. Thanks, Jesse Beaton, Bruce.
Couple of points. One, want to make sure we add a sign for northbound Africa Road. And secondly, question for Parks, is this the full extent of the road closures necessary for that development?
As far as the closure, yes.
I mean, you won't have to do it for water or cable or.
No, this will be the only road closure that
One time
close. There'll be one lane closure when the paving happens, because Shelley and Sands will be doing that for us. And so when all that happens, that widening, they'll have to.
It's just
Take
want to make
lane
sure that
closure.
it's all
Yep.
done at this point.
Yeah, this will be the only closure I'll need.
And then, you will put the road back as it is, my guess is, and there will probably be some settling of the road. So it will need to be looked at, in a month or so, because it just goes down quite a bit.
Yeah, it's getting, resurfaced. That whole section will be resurfaced, so we'll have the trench tested for compaction. And then, we'll put temporary pavement in there, and then it'll get milled and resurfaced, so it'll be really nice, the whole plan.
I know it'll be good when it's done, but I want to make sure it's good a month or two down the road too.
Oh,
So that if it settles or does stuff that we aren't able to see where it's come from. Okay, with that, I don't have any other questions here.
So is it being widened in Sunbury City or Berlin Township?
Actually, it'd be either Sunbury or Berkshire, because it's going to be,
On the east, I think it's Berkshire.
yeah, it's going to be on the east
So
side.
there won't be any in Berlin.
You're not doing you're just doing a right-hand turn.
Yeah, we're just doing the east side, so Berkshire, I think you guys have the west side. Yeah, yes, sir.
So, the only comment that I have is on 7. I would like an assurance that it's completed by 8:15.
Pardon?
I would like an assurance that it'll be completed by 8:15. Because this makes it sound like we're allowing it and it can happen anytime. It could happen in December.
Yeah, when will it be completed?
The closure, if I have 5 days, I think I can finish what I need for closure.
So you're saying it should be done by the 10th? I think it's fine.
I think if I get a rain day or run into something underneath, I might have to extend it, but 5 days should handle what the closure is now. The paving and all that, we have ditch work, that's gonna take, that'll continue. But crossing the road and the closure to get the 2 ellipticals and the extension of the 2 30 inches, I should be able to get it in a 5-day span, weather permitting and not finding unforeseen.
All I'm saying is 8:15. It doesn't have to be 5 days, but by 8:15.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with that.
Okay. What do we need to do? We need a motion from us, Doug, to do this?
Yes, I would. Because you don't really have a permit form, right? So this would act as your approval would be a motion, including, obviously, Ken's recommendation as far as.
We don't have a form, normally we can't close a road, but what this is saying that we agree with the closure. Really, we're only talking about the Berlin Township side of the road, Berkshire Township side, it's a whole different question. But, we're talking about the Berlin Township side of 3Bs and the K. So we need to let Berkshire know about it too.
I will do that.
Okay, with that, I will make a motion that we, adopt the road closure points as defined in, Road Superintendent Peden's, letter dated Tuesday, July 30th, discussing that and discussing the road closure with the addition of, a sign for northbound traffic on Cheshire or Africa Road. Am I missing anything?
And that'll be completed by 8:15.
And the expectation is to be completed by the 15th, which is point 7, which is what it says.
You're using the word expectation, I'm saying by 8:15.
Okay, so moved.
Okay, so is the word expected in there?
Pardon?
If we take the word expected out, then I'm okay with it. The work will be completed by 8. The closure will be completed by 8:15. If the work's not done, they can work on it. Because you're gonna have other work.
Yes.
So it's not that the work will be done, but the closure will be done by 8:15. So is that a friendly amendment?
The friendly amendment's great.
Okay, second.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Bullard,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Rails absent.
Okay. That motion has passed, and Doug, I'm assuming you'll let the sheriff's department, everybody else know about it.
Yes.
Yeah, all hands.
Yeah.
All our normal people. Will you contact Berkshire or how's that go?
Yep.
Okay. Do we need to contact Berkshire at all?
No, we'll take care of it. I mean, it's
I
on.
mean, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Mhm.
That is turning into a very lengthy detour because of the Galena Road detour and all that sort of stuff at the same time. So people are gonna have a lot of difficulty getting around.
So will you, Doug, will you let the fire departments know as well for this?
Yep.
Okay, and then, that's it, I think. And then the second item on the agenda is, discuss, consider, take action regarding Township Hall HVAC repair. The air conditioner in this room failed again last week,
Last weekend, yeah.
last weekend. And, we had Sunbury Plumbing and Heating come, they put in 3.5.
About 3 pounds of refrigerant, and it only holds 4. So we've got the air conditioner running. I mean, it's 71 degrees in here now. It was 80, as they said, in the upper 80s when they had their family reunion in here. And it's still holding, but we're trying to see how long it's holding for. That unit was, the tag on it's 1988, so it's been in service here since 88, 89, give or take. So it's useful life has been used.
So we've got to watch it, and then if it fails again or goes slow, we need to have somebody on heating come back and make a recommendation to us of whether they can fix it or not.
So my thought is we should replace it. Is this $5,900 replace or repair?
Replace, that's to replace the air conditioner and the condenser and everything associated with it. Because the furnace itself is fairly new.
Because I thought it would cost a little more than that, but I would recommend just replacing it.
Because the other thing, may not have told you this, but I told Ken a little while ago, when he gave me that quote, they're changing the EPA standards January 1. So that quote will be possibly $800 to $1,000 higher if you wait past January. The EPA's putting their whole new bargain in the bag.
And my experience is when the EPA gets involved, it gets more expensive and the quality goes down.
Well, the quality, I believe, is going to be a step down where we're at right now to go to this unit, even though it's a newer unit. What the wording or verbiage that I've been hearing is that the new units aren't nearly as good as the old units. And we're 5 to 7 years out the new units with the new units. So the recommendation from my home was from Sunbury Plumbing and Heating was to keep mine on as long as I could, because it was a much better unit than anything I was going to be able to buy in today's market. And that's where I'm coming from on the whole thing, just as a question.
So maybe we could explore it more, but I'm very open to replacing it if it makes sense.
And that's what they've done, is given us a quote here for $5,900 to replace it.
So that may be why it's a lot less expensive than I thought it would be, because the quality is a lot less.
And the quality and it's not based on a particular manufacturer, it's just the way the air conditioning has gone. At least that's the way they explain it to me.
Understood.
We could pass a resolution saying that, Jesse and I could make a decision based on what, Sunbury meeting says. If we need to get a recommendation and we agree that it's the right thing to do, that way we could avoid a special meeting. We can do it as a repair or an emergency repair, which would be.
So would you like us
without
to authorize this amount and then leave it to you to decide whether or not to implement it?
Correct, and we can authorize it through, say, the end of the year.
Okay, so I
So
know
it's gonna,
sunset, yeah. So I move to authorize Ron Bullard to spend up to $6,200 for the replacement of the air conditioning unit at 3271 Cheshire Road, and leave it to his discretion as to whether or not he actually does have it replaced. And this authorization sunsets December 31, 2024.
I'll second that.
Could you maybe amend it that if we don't replace it, it also authorizes us to repair the old one, or do you want to do that separate?
Separate, because you'll have enough of them in here.
The other one, the repair would come under the emergency maintenance.
Okay, I just want to make sure that way if something happened and someone was in here, I can get it looked at.
We wouldn't need a special meeting to do that. We can do that. And we would probably need to have Sunbury Plumbing and Heating come and check the unit to tell us what's wrong with it. I don't think we know what's wrong with it at this point in time.
Not yet, no, we just know it's losing freon, but we don't know where, why, how, whether it's just the compressor's bad or what.
Maybe as simple as soldering up a joint, or maybe as complicated as putting a whole new unit. But this is the second time it's happened, and that's not good. Okay, any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Rail is absent. Fuller.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Okay, and with that concludes the agenda. I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Rail is absent. Fuller.
Yes. We are adjourned. That concludes the meeting.
Good.
I already seen Swanson fire going to come, so.
Okay.
I'm going to the official release it. It's not.
Jeff,
I need, Dan and Cynthia. A permit for you guys